Trap. We're rolling. Welcome back. Looks like it's time to save America from themselves again.
Fuck America. We keep saying we don't want to save you, but here we are. Two boys, one couch, and I don't like where I'm going with this, but we'll save. We're
gonna save them.
We're gonna save them.
We're gonna save them.
I wonder how often people listen to this and wonder if I'm actually okay when I stumble through sentences like that.
I think if
like
you're
a bull in a china shop.
If you're watching it, I think you're fine because you look fine.
Oh, okay.
But when I listen to the episodes back, I'm like, oh no.
Is it really?
Well, I mean, like you hear me like stumble through like sentences because I'm like ripped up to shit, and I'm just like super stoned. So like,
and I'm just
stone
like sober, just breaking the English language. Yeah.
And I'm just like trying to keep up, and I'm like, all right. So then there's like 7 seconds of silence sometimes, and it's just both of us trying to figure it out. Tape. Yeah, it's good. If it was on the radio, it wouldn't play.
No, I'd
podcasting.
Get fired. iHeart wouldn't stand for that. They'd be like, no heart.
Exactly.
They don't heart New York.
By the time people realize what's happening, they're like, did my thing pause? Is someone calling? And then they look, and then it starts playing again. Yeah. It's good timing.
It's great timing.
Exactly.
Dude, I'm a hat guy again.
You're a hat guy?
Hat guy.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we'll rotate back through bandanas when it's summer.
Are you theming them?
Theming?
Are these themed?
Themed?
Theme? Are they thematic? Do they go with the record?
No.
Just the hat?
It's just a hat.
Are you going to switch the hats?
Probably.
Or just whatever you're feeling?
So, you know what's a big problem?
Yeah.
I was looking it up this week. Is my hair is made... I have a big head.
Okay.
The biggest head, strongest head in the business. Ask any of your friends and they'll say, Briggs' head fucking tough.
We've heard stories. Yeah. I've heard the tales.
Tell. They will say this to you. They'll say, pray tell. And...
Big old head.
Big old head. But it's legitimately a problem because I can't buy hats that fit.
Okay.
So it's a struggle. So like this hat fits, but a lot of my other trucker caps don't fit because now my hair's long and it's made my head even thicker.
Yeah, it adds to it.
And I can't find hats that fit.
Have you had your head measured?
No, I don't know
how. With like a tape and then go buy fitted hats.
I winged it. I winged it on There's a Guardians fitted cap in there that I winged it on, and it's a little bit too big.
Yeah. You got to get the tape that like the bodybuilders use to measure their biceps with.
Measure your head.
Put it on your head, and then see what size your head is, and then order hats. Maybe like a size bigger. I don't know.
I found some website, and it was like trucker hats for big heads, and I was like, oh. And they had one that was like, I'd wear that, but also then it was $40, and I was like,
yeah. There's got to be some fat head truckers out
there.
Trucker
caps are things you buy at a gas station for $8.
And you would think they would have bigger ones because...
Big boys, big trucks, big rigs.
Exactly.
Getting Riggsy with Briggsy, the podcast that doesn't exist. Do you like trucks and do you like folks?
Big Rigs Briggs?
Big Rigs Briggs.
Dude. That's the show.
No, it's Getting Riggsy with Big Briggsy, and I'm your host, Big Rig Brig.
Okay.
Big Rig Briggs.
It'll work. It'll play.
Biggs Riggs Briggs. Wait, Big Riggs Briggs?
You're going to have like 8 girls in bikinis helping you change the tires.
And our show is just always sponsored by, like, what's the most American? Harley Davidson. We're sponsored by Harley Davidson and Miller Lite.
Miller. Because you can't be for Bud Light.
Dude, you can. The Kid Rock thing I showed you. It is the funniest. Kid Rock was on Fox News and wore a Budweiser hat.
Yeah.
And Laura Ingraham called him out for it, and he just takes his hat off and looks at it and goes, oh, shit. Literally says, oh, shit, on air.
It's a cool hat.
And he's just like, it's just a cool hat.
It's a cool hat.
Because he has an accent now, even though he's from Detroit, and also he's like, grew up wealthy.
He's a hillbilly.
Now he's a hillbilly, but like, yeah, he's like, just a cool, we got more problems. Like, what was one of the things he named?
He said Planet Fitness.
He's like, what about Planet Fitness?
So he's like, what are they up to? Who knows? He's like, then Target? I don't want to put Target on anyone's back, but Target?
Dude, he's insane.
You know, they're on the right idea. These corporations are insane, but they're picking the wrong thing to be mad about. Like,
can you imagine like what they'd say about Joe Biden? If they were like, hey, Joe Biden, what's going on with that hat? And he took it off, and it was just like a MAGA hat, and he's like, oh, shit. I just thought I liked the color red.
Forgot I had this on.
Forgot I had it.
Yeah.
They'd be like, is he mentally stable? Like the fact that Kid Rock wore a Budweiser, he wore it on air. And nobody, like when he's on television, you know how many people are in the room?
Mm-hmm.
Like making sure
everything's good.
And not one person was like, Mr. Kid, Mr. Rock. Maybe,
But they all forgot.
Dude,
they all forgot the war they were fighting. They don't know. These things come and go to them. They're like, oh, another culture war? Oh, I'm mad about something? What am I mad about? That's how it goes.
I wish Kid Rock would have just been like, oh, we were mad about Bud Light.
Exactly. Because they were. I mean, they were still drinking Budweiser.
Yeah.
That was still cool, even though, the money trail.
The money trail, the paper trail.
Good God. Paper trail. Kid Rock. I remember, I grew up on Kid Rock.
Really?
I remember, yeah.
You Bow with the Bow?
I remember when Ball with the Ball came out. Yeah, dude. He had that little short guy that traveled with him. What was his name?
I didn't.
Something Joe.
I never liked Kid Rock.
Yeah, he had a little
Joe?
guy that traveled around with him.
Sleepy Joe.
Yeah. He was like this little guy, and he would like jump in the crowd, and he was like on tour with him. Then I think he died.
Oof.
But yeah, dude, Ball with the Ball, the bag, up, jump the boogie.
One of his like famous music videos has him partying with a drag queen. Have you seen that?
No.
One of like his big music videos has him like hanging out and partying with a drag queen, and now he hates drag queens because they're killing our children or whatever. He's such a fucking wet chode.
Some might say he's a little bit. Ball with the ball, the bag, set the bookies up, jump the boogie. You don't remember that? That shit was hot. It was like him, Limp Bizkit, Christina Aguilera. I mean, I'm showing my age, but Britney Spears, Hit Me Baby One More Time.
I was like that era. I think my biggest band was at that point in time I was like a huge just chode kid for Led Zeppelin still, even though it was 30 years old. But like the band I liked the most at that point in time that was like relevant was Green Day.
Okay.
Before American Idiot when they were doing Dookie. Perfect album.
Yeah. It was great.
Yeah.
They were great. What's one of the Green Day songs?
The one that's like, bite my lips and close my eyes.
Oh,
take me away to paradise. It's so good.
Goddamn.
Dude.
Been a lot of good bands throughout history.
Too many.
Been a lot of good podcasts, and we're on that list.
I would say it's crazy that there's been so many good bands, but only one good podcast.
Yeah. It's like us and Joe Rogan.
Whoa.
It's basically just a bunch of Joes at the top.
I would disagree completely. I fucking hate Joe's Rogans.
I'm not. What? Why?
Well, I don't hate him anymore. Neil Young's back on Spotify, so we're even. I just really like Neil Young.
I'm pretty sure Britney Spears' Hit Me Baby One More Time music video activated my penis as a young man.
What?
I'm pretty sure that's like the first thing like I remember like being like, I gotta step away from this and go do something. Like I remember like seeing that video and she like spins the chair around and you're like, well, thanks TRL. I'm gonna go do some stuff.
You're just at the breakfast table with your family?
Yeah. It was wild. No, like I sincerely remember that, like seeing that and being like, oh shit, I think I have to go do something. Like, hanging out, like it was like after school with like my brother and stuff, and I'm just like sitting there. I gotta get out of here. That's crazy. I can't believe. Yeah. What wild times.
I don't know what my first like. It's cool that you remember that. I can't remember like the first thing that I was like, whoa.
Yeah. I remember it was like the first emergency.
Yeah, it was the first emergency.
Like, holy shit. I think I just saw too much. I just had so many ideas. You remember when they used to like randomly happen like in school and you'd be like, oh no.
Books. Yeah, you put books over them.
Books.
Yeah.
Or you just be like, think of someone ugly and then you'd be like, I don't know, I still would. You know? You're like, I'm so young that like thinking of someone ugly doesn't work because you're like, well, they said yes.
Well, the parts are still there.
Yeah. You're like, all right. God.
Dude, that's so fucked.
That's, what a time. And now you just
There was a kid I went to grade school with where he had like, he was always the guy that was like funny, but actually in a funny way.
Mm-hmm.
Like looking back, I'm like, oh man, I wonder what happened to that kid because he was like kind of a savant with comedy. But he like did the thing where he was like holding his books like perpendicular to his stomach so that it would hide his the fact that he had a little boy boner, and then like literally looked at a group of guys and was like, you know, I'm holding my books here, and he was like, because I got a boner, and it was like the first time I remember someone being like, oh, you can like be funny and weird about this stuff.
Yeah. This stuff
in real time.
Goofy.
Yeah, it's all goofy.
Yeah.
And he just did it, and then he like moved his books and was like, oh.
Yeah. Damn, dude.
Yeah, crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember we were in health class once, and you know how like when you're going through puberty or like a boy and like your nipples get like that testosterone, they get like little hard things for a little bit and then it goes away. It's like testosterone or whatever.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Well, like your nipples get like a little like thing in them. They get like a little hard, and like you just like go through puberty and maybe you don't have to like feel it. It's not something you would always feel like instinctively. But anyway, so you get these things, and I remember in health class, some kid like asked the question. One of the guys like raised his hand and like asked like real embarrassingly about it.
Dude, when they're you can ask anything,
yeah.
and there's always one kid that just asks too much.
Yeah, but he asked, and there was like a bunch of other guys who were like, "Oh, okay." And the teacher's like, "Yeah, it's normal." And we're all like, "Thank God he asked," because all the rest of us were just gonna be like, "I have double titty cancer, and I'm gonna die."
Damn.
Yeah, I remember that. It takes like one brave soul just to raise their hand.
The thing that always like broke me is there was a kid in one of our classes that just like I don't know if it was a joke because he was like kind of nerdy and we were Catholic school and he literally like they're like any questions about sex during sex ed and he raised his hands and he's just like, does it feel good?
Nice.
And like none of we're all in 5th grade.
Yeah,
we don't know, but like the teacher had to be like, I mean, when you're old enough and you're in love,
it doesn't feel good before you're 18. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, they're just like it, and you have to be in love, and God has to be there.
Yeah,
and then you have to be married, and then you have to want to have kids, and then it feels so good.
Yeah,
it's so stupid.
Yeah, then you can't ask like weird questions. Like teacher's like, you have to fall in love. And you're like, how many times have you fallen in love? Dude. And you're like, hey, come on. Come on.
Whoa.
I went to college, you know what I mean? Let's not do this.
How many times do you think you've actually been like in love, reciprocated, like in love, in a state of love?
Oh, I can count. 1, 2.
Oh, I can count.
3, 4. 4 times.
Really?
4 times where I could say I love you to someone and I can get that love back.
No shit.
I mean, at least temporarily, because I'm not dating 4 women right now. But... And then, yeah. So, yeah, I would say 4 times where we could text back and forth, say it. I could say it in person.
Did you count high school or no?
No.
Yeah, I did too.
Yikes.
No, that's good. I'll kill you.
I guess it's better to have loved twice and
Did you
lost.
Use that a pun?
Yeah.
To have loved?
To.
The pun king of Cleveland strikes again. His name's Joe Briggs. Joe Graham's beware, because you're dumb.
Damn, dude.
You didn't even get your own pun, you stupid slut.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's good. Why? Why you ask? You're just wondering?
Yeah, we've never I don't think we've covered like relationships, but I don't think I've ever been like how many times you've been in love, dog.
Yeah, it's been 4 times.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think I know 3 of them. I'm doing my mentals maths.
3 of them.
I don't know them personally. I know that you've talked about 3 of them. You know what I mean? Like I know the backstory. I'm not gonna do it on the pod, but like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, your current girlfriend. That's one.
They're usually spaced out every couple of years.
That's usually the same.
I don't usually.
I haven't had a big one since I started doing comedy.
Yeah.
Because every time stuff gets real, they're like, "Hey, you should skip this show this weekend," and I go, "You should fuck off."
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. And then I cry myself to sleep.
Exactly. What else are you gonna do?
And nothing says "rest up, big champ" like a wet pillow filled with tears. That brings us to today's sponsor, My Pillow.
What the hell? You just got real. You all right?
Yeah, it was a joke, man.
I get it. I've been in love. Love hurts. I think. Can I tell you my best breakup story?
Yeah.
So my best breakup story was.
Takes the biggest sip he's taken. My best breakup story was.
I'm building suspense. The best breakup story was 2 things happened simultaneously. One, a couple weeks before my girlfriend and I broke up, my grandfather died. Yeah. And he left behind 180 pills of a certain kind that help you deal with body pain. Okay.
Oh, I thought you were gonna.
Yeah. No. So he does that, and I'm like, all right. So I'm at Kent, and I'm like, well, I better sell these and make some money. So I start doing that, and it's easy. But then I start running out, so I keep a few for myself. I'm like, you never know. Week later, I take a week off work because I'm going to go visit.
I like how you have a limited supply, and you're like, and then I start running out.
Well, I didn't realize like how many people wanted to buy these things. Everyone wants them, especially you go to like a college party when everyone's already drunk, and you're like, I have this thing for $5, and they're like, I'll give you 10.
I'll give you 10. Yeah.
That's comedy, dude. That's knowing someone. So I had all these, so I started telling them that I'm like, well, I want to fuck around with them too. So I'm like, I'll do these eventually. And then take a week off work to go visit my girlfriend for like her birthday. She calls me the night before and breaks up with me.
Nice.
Devastating.
Happy birthday to me.
She wants to. We had a lot of problems. We fought a lot. So I'm not saying she's a bad person, but
It was her birthday or your birthday?
It was hers. I was going to go down and visit her for that. No, but I didn't buy her anything because I was going to we were going to do like one of those things where it's like we just do whatever you want. So like I had saved all my money. Yeah. So I had like a week off work. I had all this money. And then so I was like, well, I'm going to take these pills. So then Black Ops comes out. The original Call of Duty Black Ops comes out. I'm off for the first week of Black Ops with pain pills. And I'm in pain. So I'm like, well, I better do this. I prestiged like in like the first week of the game being out. And I was like, let's do this. So from then on, my life, that's how I dealt with that breakup completely, was from that moment on. The pills obviously were gone. That was like a couple of days of fun, but it helped. But then it was just all Call of Duty for the next like months and months and months. And I just like started golding guns. And then when I got out of it, when I like one day I was like, oh, I'm bored of this game.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I think I'm over my breakup. It was like such a bad way to deal with it, but I was like, I processed it terribly.
Call of Duty's listening. They're like, dude, we got to market this shit like that. Yeah. Like, process your breakup.
Oh, yeah. Mountain Dew, too. It was all there,
that's right.
Dude. Yeah. I mean, I was like 22, and I was like, well, fuck drinking. I'm not going to go out and drink. Everything reminds me. So I just started smoking weed, and yeah.
I think we've talked about this before. When I was like dating a girl right before comedy, I had a stomach infection. And I couldn't they put me on these like I was in pain.
Yeah.
It was like something, I don't know what it was, but someone's messed up. And so they put me on this like antibiotic. They're like, you cannot drink because it's your stomach. So if you drink alcohol, like your stomach's the infected thing, you cannot drink. But they gave me pain pills too because they're like, if you're in pain, take these. And so I took them at first, and then you start to feel better. And so I saved like a handful of them.
Yeah.
But like the same thing. Like I would go to work, and from the antibiotic and the painkillers, I'd just be gassed after work. And I lived at home, so I'd just come home.
Yeah.
And like play. It was the original Red Dead Redemption. And I'd just be ripped up on pain pills.
Yeah.
And my mom would be like, are you okay? And I'd be like, this fucker just tried to shoot my horse.
I just remember I'd be dozing off in the beanbag, like all like pilled up, be like, but I'm scrolling through my menu, making like new. I remember like that was like the game where you could like make different like 10 like slots. So I was like, I got a gold M16 here. I got, all right, I'm going to do this. And you're just zonked out on, it's wild. Dude. I can see how people get addicted, but it's also not at all the kind of high I like. So I was like, I can't enjoy this to its peak. I can't think. Your like brain is mush.
Yeah, I don't like it either. But my favorite thing about that time was so when I finished like 30 days of antibiotics and I could drink again. The first weekend I could drink, I got this girl tickets to see Dave Matthews Band. Have we talked about this? Dude, so I buy this girl. So I'm off antibiotics. I can finally drink. It's been a month. It was like 1 or 2 months. I think it was 2 months. I think it was 60 days. But I can finally drink, and we have tickets to Dave Matthews Band at Blossom, which is this like beautiful, massive outdoor venue, and
a lot of grass,
a lot of drinking, a lot of pre-gaming. It's Dave Matthews Band. I'm not a Dave Matthews Band fan. But
you're a fan again.
But I am now.
Yeah.
I am a fan of Dave Matthews.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of the fact that I could drink for the first time in 60 days, and I was young. And boy, did I drink. I partied. And everyone would be like, How many times have you seen Dave? And I'd be like, this is my first time.
Did you drive?
No, we took a party bus.
Fuck, yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus. What year? What was this, high school? No, this was
college? Like 2016 maybe.
Oh, okay.
Right after college, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe 17.
That's exciting.
And I just want stuff, dude. I'd be like I went into it, I was like, whatever, dude. I'm seeing Dave Matthews, this girl, like Dave's Matthews. And then at the end of the night, I was just like, do you know Crash Into Me is the greatest song ever written?
Oh, God.
Yeah, like on the bus home, just, honky donkey donk, now, Matthews.
Crash
Isn't that him? To me, yeah.
Oh, Lord. When will he learn? I don't like him.
Pretty baby.
Just because I just don't like the music a lot. There's some songs, obviously, that are too catchy, and you have to like them.
Well, the thing that worries me is I'm like, it was such a good experience that I think it made me like Dave Matthews Band by default. And I'm like, thank God I didn't see fucking Fish. If I would have seen Fish and I was sitting here right now and I was like, hey man, Fish, pretty good. Yeah. I'd be furious with myself. I don't like Fish.
I got drunk at a Fall Out Boy.
Or for that fact, 311.
I love 311. I got drunk at a Fall Out Boy concert, kind of similar to that at Blossom, where it was like I just got like too drunk, and then I started singing along, and I was like, oh, I kind of know a lot of Fall Out Boy songs. Yep, and well, at least the ones they play. So I had like a great time at a Fall Out Boy concert. There was like a lot of like flames shooting up out of the stage, sparks.
You kind of look like Pete Wentz if you wore eyeliner.
I might start wearing eyeliner.
Hell yeah.
I just want to look pretty again. Dude, I told you about the Exterminator.
You can't just skip that.
What?
You can't just be like, I want to look pretty again. And then be like, hey, did I tell you an Exterminator came by? You can't just look me in the eyes and say, I just want to be pretty. And then be like, next topic.
I was thinking about, because I was going through some boxes and I saw like my senior photos. And I was like, my God, you had the skin of a boy. You know?
You don't want boy skin. You want man skin.
No, I want that boy skin again.
No.
I want boy skin. I want smooth.
What are you, the Catholic Church?
Smooth skin that hasn't gone through like, you know what I mean? An additional 16 summers and winters and beat up by weather, sand, dust,
loving,
the amount of loving, kisses,
hard, gratuitous kisses,
sweat, blood,
piss.
Ugh.
Just piss and just lots of piss.
Everything that's been on my skin, and it's
so
like,
much piss.
I know. I look at that man, and I'm like, you have no idea
a lot of piss.
How much piss is coming your way. If I can take a time machine, I would warn him. I'd be like, you have no idea.
Just the amount of piss.
The amount of piss you're gonna have to deal with.
New York, covered in some piss from my butthole.
You know what I dream about?
No. 9/11?
Going back going back to North Carolina, we had a time capsule thing that we buried.
Whoa.
In elementary school, and I was like, I wonder if they dug that up.
Yeah.
I wonder what age they do that at. Because I think I was like 3rd grade. I don't know how old you are there. 3rd or 4th grade.
We did one in my grade school too, and I wonder if they ever dug it out.
I wonder if they dug my time capsule up. We all had to bring something. I remember bringing something.
I don't remember what I put in.
Yeah. I'm like, I fucking put something in there.
I think I put an eraser in that I really liked.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I really hope. I wonder if they dug that up yet. I don't know how long they wait.
We 100% did one in my grade school too.
Yeah. So we should like call our individual schools and see.
Hey, St. Anthony's, where's my fucking shit?
Yeah.
Where's my eraser?
What if someone just like was dumb and threw like a, you know what I mean, like a Michael Jordan rookie card in there, and then you dig it up now, and your life's like not going well. You're like, what? It's wet.
It's all like wet and ruined from the earth.
Destroyed.
Yeah.
You didn't have the wherewithal because you were a child.
Michael Jordan rookie.
Huh. I wonder if it was just like you find like a letter to yourself. It's like, hey, don't ever move to New York. And you're like, what?
You will die.
You already came back from the future to tell version of you to write this note for yourself. Don't move to New York. And then I'm like,
P.S.
Oh, fuck. I do this every time.
Remind him to read the note and not put it in the time capsule. Postscript.
Leave note on nightstand, not in time capsule. You keep leaving it in time capsule. Bad things keep happening.
Damn.
This is like PSSS.
PSSS.
Just you keep coming back and
just
fucking
piss.
Up.
Yeah. Man.
That'd suck. Man.
What a fun episode.
What a fun time.
What a great listen.
What a fun time to be alive.
What was I going to ask you about? I had one thing that I wanted to talk about.
I don't know, but I listened to the last episode since we're past it now. Since, it wasn't that bad. It was really fine.
Okay.
I thought it was a lot slower. It was not. There was not big breaks. My little rant about CEOs, fine. Wasn't that long. And then we actually talked about some fun stuff, so I was pretty happy. Want to let you know that.
You write it down?
It's all in the description. It's all
nice. It's uploading to YouTube's right now.
I think we're doing we're past episode 30 now.
Yeah,
it's getting scary. It's getting real.
It's getting real.
These people need
Season 3 is coming up.
Yeah.
That's when we get the suits, baby. That's when we get the money. That's when you give us your money, Daddy.
We're going to earn it.
We're going to earn it. I actually don't like that.
No. We're going to earn it the hard way, if you know what we're saying.
No, sorry. You know what I got to stop doing, I think?
What?
Ending my sets with just saying I'm sorry to the crowd.
Yeah, it's not a good look.
I've been ending sets where I'll do my entire set and I'll be like, all right, I'm Joe Briggs. Thanks for having me. I'm sorry. Because I've been I don't know if you listen or watch tape of your sets.
Oh, of course.
I've been listening and watching tapes and I was like, ooh, I've been apologizing to the crowds way more than normal. And part of me likes it and part of me is like, don't like it.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, if it gets a response, that's fine.
I think it's one of those things that I think maybe I didn't realize I was doing it, but in retrospect, I think it's funny.
Okay.
But now it feels fake. You know what I mean?
Hey, it's all fake.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
You gotta be.
You tell the same stories over and over and over. I tell the same lines
Wait, what's that song?
over and over and over.
You gotta be. You know that song by Desiree?
It's an act.
You gotta be.
Mm-mm.
You gotta be strong. You gotta be wild. You gotta be together.
You gotta be strong. You gotta be strong. You gotta be
together. You gotta be cool. You gotta be. You gotta stick together. And all I know is I'd love to save the day. You remember that song?
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I wanted.
What the fuck?
Sometimes I just want to know it's a real song and not something I made up in the bathroom.
You know it was not something you made up.
I know, but if it was...
That had a rhythm.
If it was something I made up, Joe, you know how much money we'd have right now?
We'd have a lot of money. This new timer thing on the phone isn't bad.
I don't like it because you put your phone face down and then I don't know where we're at.
Oh, do you want it up? I just don't want... You think it's better that way?
Well, I just like to know
if I did like this?
Yeah, I like to pace it. Yeah.
Okay, my bad. Yeah, that's works.
You gotta be cool. You gotta stay smart. You gotta stick to eat butter.
Dude, how much would it suck to get kidnapped and have someone put heroin in a needle and put it in between your toes?
You're worried about getting kidnapped. I'm worried about getting kid rocked. Which also is a pun that works to describe the situation you're in.
Yeah,
because they're putting heroin rocks in you.
Yeah. Wouldn't it suck?
Yeah.
I think about that.
We're both worried about getting kid rocked in different ways.
That's true. Kid crack rocked.
Oof.
Oh.
He definitely has tried crack, right?
Yeah. I mean, if I had enough money, I'd try crack under the supervision of a medical professional.
Under the supervision of a medical professional.
I'd have a few doctors be like, all right, guys. You guys want to
try some crack?
Fire up that crack.
I want to try some crack.
Some guy went to 8 years in medical school to watch me do
watch
crack.
Kid Rock do crack?
Yeah. I mean, they did that for Michael Jackson. He had a doctor. They pumped him full of shit.
Yeah.
They all get IVs after they have long nights of drinking. You just get an IV.
You feel
or
amazing.
Performing.
Yeah.
You sweat.
It is crazy how much you sweat. They are wearing, full suits.
Yeah.
So they're just suited up, performing. I mean, you gotta be drips and sweats.
I would love to have, at least, the kind of money where you can get someone that puts an IV in your arm,
Dude, that song's stuck in my head.
Hung over, and you're like, oh. When you can't eat anything or drink, you just get it thrown into your body directly. That's fantastic.
I mean, when you're done with that, it sounds like you gotta be hydrated.
You gotta be hydrated.
You gotta be. It's stuck in my head.
You're really trying to make that bit work.
No,
You trying to make a reel right now?
No, I'm trying to just get that song in your head too, so I'm not alone in my conquest for music.
No, I haven't had I've had a... What's that song? Can you feel the beat within my heart? I've had that song stuck in my head for a few days.
So the two that have been stuck in my head is Do I Ever Cross Your Mind by Dolly Parton.
Mm-hmm.
That's been one, and the other one has, just literally been Electric Avenue by Eddie Grant. I've been like stomped since I got back to New York. It like came on in the airport, and I've kind of just been like bopping around the last 2 days. Like, we gotta walk down to Electric Avenue, and then we'll take you higher. You don't like that song?
I like it. But I'm sorry. You want me to like beat bop to the song too with you?
A little bit.
No.
Yeah, I want you to experience the joy of music.
I do. I enjoy my music. You can't.
I'm just trying to live life out loud.
Yeah, but you can't. Come on, that's not fair. You can't sing a song you like to someone and then be like,
"Live out loud, Joe."
You don't like that?
Joe.
Well, you must not like music. You know what I mean? That's like if I say, "Hey, do you think this person's attractive?" and you go, "No," and I'd be like, "Oh, well, you're gay."
You gotta live out loud. You're not living out loud.
You're living way too out loud.
I want you to live, laugh, and love out loud.
You are living full volume right now.
I am living full volume right now.
You are living full volume.
I want you to feel your heart
I'm on loud. You are loud. Loud as weed.
I want to fill your heart up with boy sauce and make you live out loud.
Oh, I know. I'm fine. I'm just kind of growing my hair out, doing my thing.
Yeah, you are?
Yeah, I think so.
You growing it out?
Kind of like it fluffy.
Leave it like this?
No, but I kind of like it fluffy.
Damn it. I want you to have long hair, too. That'd be so sick.
No, I would never do that.
Really?
Yeah. I just wouldn't do it.
Is your hair straight? What does it do?
It's very straight, yeah. It's unfortunately straight.
You'd kind of
like me.
Dude, if you like grew your hair out and cut your beard, you'd kind of look like the guy from Creed. Scott Stapp.
Yeah. I look like, what's his name?
Scott Stapp.
No.
Keanu Reeves?
I don't know. I forget what I look like with like a fully shaved face now. I should fully shave again sometime.
I mean, we can do it one day for the podcast, but I have not. I'm actually afraid to shave my mustache. It's been that long.
Yeah, it's going to take a while to grow back to that.
grow back to this, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, dude, when was the last time? We've been in New York a year. I've had a mustache the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
And before that, probably about a year, right?
Yeah.
Oof.
I've gone pretty low with the beard, but obviously I've had it all year. And I haven't done like just the mustache or anything. I've been beard all year. I've been liking it.
Yeah, I like the mustache, but I actually really, has it been like 2.5 years? Well, you shaved once when we were here, right? Down? Like real short? Your beard?
Kinda, yeah. But I had it trimmed at a professional place because I have like patches in my beard. I have like a bald spot right there. So I had someone like trim it so like you keep that part a little longer and then you trim around it and it makes it look normal. Yeah. So I had that done.
I like it. You got a good beard. I don't have a good beard.
Yeah, I'm happy about my beard. Yeah. I want to get rid of it though, at least for like a couple of months, just to see what it does.
Do you like? When did you start growing a beard out? Did you like when you started comedy? When I met you? Did you have a beard? Is what I'm trying to ask.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I started growing out my beard when my grandma died. I got sad, so I just stopped shaving my beard, and then
when we went whitewater rafting, you had a beard.
Yeah.
I don't think I had a mustache yet.
Yeah, I know. I had a beard.
Whoa.
I have pictures.
You met me pre-stash.
Yeah, I know.
Whoa.
People change. Things happen.
Boys become boys to men.
Exactly. You left that whitewater rafting, and you were all of a sudden able to grow a mustache.
If I did it again, I could grow a beard.
You became a man.
Yeah.
Cody hit you up about the schwitz?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going.
I don't think I can.
May 11th? Just to go back for that?
The week before that, I'm in Atlanta for work, so I'd have to like literally fly home Sunday, and then the weekend after, I'd drive to Cleveland. It's like, ooh, that's a lot of travel.
That'd be weird. Not for that.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I love the schwitz, and I love Cody, but that is a long drive.
I mean, it was fine when it was 45 minutes.
Yeah, when it was a 45-minute drive, it ruled.
That's fine. But that's excessive. I wonder if there's any around here. I wonder if there's anywhere we can get some meat and take our clothes off in front of.
We're in New York City, and you're like, do they have any Jewish saunas?
I want to go to one. We should go get naked in front of these boys.
I hate being naked.
I want to show them. I want to show them who the fuck I am. Welcome them to this city.
So we did that Alaska festival.
Yeah.
And I don't think we talked about this last episode. The first show I did when I got to Alaska was like at the stand up pants down where you had to do like stand up in your underwear, which I do not like not having clothes. You know this about me. I like being clothed.
Mm-hmm.
Every single photo they posted of me since the festival ended is the show where I'm not in my clothes.
That's awesome.
I did 3 shows, 2 of which completely clothed. Not a single photo. But every time I'm in my underwear, they're like, hey, check out this fucking meat stack.
Was that just boys, or the girls have to do it too?
Everyone that was on it.
Girls did bras and panties?
Yeah.
Did you take any pictures?
No, I hated it.
You didn't take any pictures of the girls in their bras and panties? You didn't think the listeners want that? That's a big swing and a miss. That's a podcast hit. We could have posted that. We could have made some people famous.
Readjust the cable.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
So some hot bodies, huh?
No.
Any?
You know what was the like thing that like broke me too is there was like a lot of the guy comics before they would go up to the other set would just do push-ups, and I know like the logic behind it, like it swells you up a little bit, but I was just like some of them that were doing push-ups, I was like, it's too late.
It's too late.
You should have been doing those months ago, brother.
Yeah.
And I was like watching it, and I was like, this is not why I got into stand-up comedy for the push-up game.
Did you know they were going to be doing that? Was that like a thing that they were
I think I forgot about it because I was sick, and I showed up, and then they were like, oh, this is the stand-up pants down show, and I was like, you know, like you've been sick for 4 days? I was sick for 4 days, and then immediately my first show I have to be, like, it's the grossest I've felt this year, and then I have to do stand-up in my underwear. But it kind of worked out because I lost like 15 pounds.
I was going to say, you probably were pretty light. Yeah.
Pretty slim.
Mm-hmm.
Still, you know, a girthy boy. Still a beefy boy.
That's such a weird concept for a show.
They do one here in New York where it's completely nude. It's at like a sex club.
I know. I've seen the videos.
No. Yeah, not for me.
Not for me, brother.
Well, you're hog too big, hog too small.
Hog too small for me, dude.
Oh, no.
I'm not as in shape as I used to be either. I wouldn't want to do it unless I was like really in shape.
Dude.
People post that to their social media too.
And they like blur it out.
Yeah. That's so crazy to me. It's like, I get it. We're all desperate for attention because that's the name of the game. But you dicks out.
Even I'm like,
hey,
I have one in my boxers, and I'm like, I don't think I'm going to. There's a joke I like from it, and I'm like, I don't think I'm going to. I forgot to tell Strength because I talked to one of my friends from the festival, and they were like, you kept calling yourself a hard body on stage.
Nice.
And I forgot, and I was like, it's because I was on stage, and there was this guy like right here, like right in the front. And I called myself a hard body as a joke because Strength started that. He always says like hard bodies. And I was like, I get it. There's this hard body in front of you. It's hard to focus. And as soon as I called myself a hard body, he like gave a look like he's like, but it's not quite a hard body. Like you could see him like trying to do the math. So then I just kept calling myself a hard body, and it would get laughs. But like more importantly, I was playing a game with myself where this guy kept looking at me like, it's not. Does he know?
It's not a hard body.
Yeah, he's like, I know we're supposed to be body positive in Alaska, but it's not a hard body.
God.
Yeah.
Who was more pale, you or the locals?
Me.
I had a feeling.
Dude, I got frosty skin.
Frosty skin in your underwear, all sweaty and pasty.
Yeah, you know me.
Well, because you were sick.
And I just don't believe in the sun.
Oh.
I don't believe in the sun. The house of the rising sun.
Yeah, we crushed this episode.
Yeah, this episode, bank it. You can take this one. You can take it to the bank. They'll cash it.
This episode was brought to you by J.P. Morgan Chase.
Just remember, when you're trying to chase your dreams, maybe chase what you deserve.
Yeah.
When I tapped you, I thought you'd say chase, but we'll work on it.
Yeah. Remember, when you're at the bank, don't
forget.
Don't tell her. Don't tell her what you're gonna do with the money. Am I right, fellas?
And most importantly of all, do not remember that J.P. Morgan Chase was extremely responsible for the housing market crash of 2008. Forget about that, because they're good guys now, and you can trust them.
You did good, kid.
You did good.
You did good.
How do we get money from J.P. Morgan for that sweet ad read?
What do you mean?
We just did a sweet improvised ad read.
Uh-huh.
How do we get money from Chase?
I mean, I've told you, if you want me to get money from these banks, you just give me a couple hours.
No.
And I'm going to go in there with a hammer.
We just signed the lease. I can't have you go away to prison.
I'm going to go up to the top floor of J.P. Morgan Chase.
That's probably the worst floor for robbery.
And I'm going to go up there with a hammer, and I'm going to figure it out.
Just a hammer.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to come back with money.
And a hammer? You're going to leave? Or are you selling the hammer?
Hammer comes with me. Hammer's my new favorite toy. Hammer's with me on the J train.
What brand
brother.
of hammer?
Yep.
What brand?
Huh?
What brand of hammer?
Schmidt.
What?
As in, I don't give a Schmidt how many times I have to hit you with this hammer. I'm getting what I want.
I came here to swing Schmitz and drink Schlitz, and I'm all out of Schlitz.
I forget what movie that is. Maybe was it John Wick?
What the
girl fights with two hammers?
Oh,
or is it Raid?
I think you meant the quote.
No, I think it's Raid. One of those Raid movies. The girl fights with two hammers, and she's badass with them.
What's the Roddy Piper movie where he sees aliens?
I don't know. Aliens?
No, I can't remember.
I don't know who Roddy Piper off the top of my head.
Where he's like, I came here to do two things: chew gum and kick ass. Yeah, kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of bubble gum.
Yeah.
They're alive. Is that it? They exist. If you remember and you made it this far, help make some sound ending.
I came here to do two things:
eat ass
and do a podcast.
and I'm all out of podcast. Oh no! Oh no!
We gotta get out of here. Death trap.